Welcome to the Pingahla PowerCenter Snowflake Accelerator video. My name is Gaurav and today I am going to demonstrate a Pingahla Snowflake Accelerator for you. As some of you may know, PowerCenter is a legacy Informatica ETL platform used by hundreds of thousands of organizations. However, as Informatica shifts its focus to cloud, there has been less R&D spend and updates. This has led to challenges such as connecting Informatica PowerCenter to Snowflake. To address this, Pingahla has created PowerCenter Snowflake Accelerator, which aligns best practices with Snowflake for optimal loading, leveraging the benefits of Snowflake while still using PowerCenter. Now moving on to the architecture. First, the PowerCenter job reads the data from various sources. Then we put the data into target CSV files which are present on a local system. Then after each session, we add a command task which runs a bad file in command prompt. This bad file contains information such as location of the CSV file in the local system and account information where the final target table will be formed. Once run, it reads from the CSV files and populates the table in Snowflake account. Moving on to the demo, this is PowerCenter. The way our accelerator works is that it replaces your target connections with flat files which stores data to your local systems, and then we add a command task after each session which pushes the data present locally to the already present table in Snowflake as I explained earlier. Now this is the workflow that we will be using for our demo today. It contains only one session, but you can have as many sessions as you want. Inside this session, I have this mapping which contains flat file source and a database connected target. Now, once you have your workflow ready, the first step is to export the workflow. For that, go to Repository Manager, select the workflow that you need to export, right click on it and export it. Alright, now our export is ready. This export will be the input for our accelerator. One thing to note here is that our accelerator is capable of processing multiple exports in a single run. Now, before we run our accelerator, we need to make some configurations. We need to provide the path in which the export is present. As you can see, I have already provided the path. As you can see, that is C PowerCenter accelerator, and inside that mappings. I have already given that here. The next input required is a list of connections connected to which all the target will be replaced with flat files. You can find that in the workflow inside session. If you go to mappings and in the targets, you will see the connection name. Just copy this name and give it over here. Next is the path where the flat file data will be stored locally. Rest won't need to be changed. Now save this configuration. Once you have done the configuration, we can run our accelerator. For that, let me run it. As you can see, a new folder is created at the same path where our export is present. Let's go inside there. Inside the folder, you will find the converted XML file which contains the updated workflow and mapping. Now you just need to import the code. For importing, go to Repository Manager, click on Repository, Import Object, browse the file. So this is the file which we just now created. Open it and click on Next, add all the elements. As you can see, we are not changing the source, so we can reuse the source. Same with the configuration, and we can import it. As you can see, the import has been successful. Click on Finish. Now go to Workflow. Let's see what this import contains. Refresh it. As I said in the beginning, a command task is added at the end of the session. This command task is used to execute the bad file which has Pingahla Snowflake SQL script for loading the data into Snowflake staging table. If the workflow has n number of sessions, a command task will be added after each session. Let's take a look at the underlying mapping. Let's refresh this also. Now inside mappings, you can see the new mapping which has flat file as a target. Initially, it was a database. Now, before I run the workflow, let me show you our target Snowflake tables. Let me run this table. As you can see, this is empty right now. There is another table which will tell us the number of flat file processed. Let me run this also. As you can see, this is also empty. Since we are only processing one flat file in the workflow, only one entry should be present after we run the workflow. Now let's run the workflow. Right click on it and click on Start Workflow. It will take a few minutes. The workflow has ran successfully. So if we see the Snowflake table now, let me run this. As you can see, it has been populated. Next, let me run this table. Only one flat file has been processed. This brings us to the end of our demo. If you have any query, you can reach out to us at our official website or the email given below. You can also join us at Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and many more.